one of the greatest footballers in history. But what happens when you bring three rather distinct versions of him to the same team? First in England's 6th tier, and then in the Premier League. Let's find out. We've arrived in the Conference South with the sadly now defunct Fisher Athletic. In this alternate reality though, they have a lot to cheer about, as they've just welcomed 19-year-old, 26-year-old and 35-year-old Lionel Messi. 19-year-old Messi, whilst nowhere near as refined as he is now, is still a phenomenon. His skills, pace and raw unpredictability will make him a danger out on the wing. 26-year-old Messi was just coming off one of the greatest goal-scoring achievements of all time, as he hit 91 goals in a calendar year. Finally, we have 35-year-old Messi. Far more reliant on brains than sheer physical ability, this version of Messi led Argentina to a World Cup triumph in 2022. The combination of the three at this level in England's 6th tier should be unstoppable. Tactically, this is what we're going to go for. 35-year-old Messi has been instructed to come deep for the ball and play make. We're going to utilise 19-year-old Messi out on the wing, but he's been encouraged to run with the ball and beat his man as much as possible. Finally, the best version of Messi will be up top, where he has a free role to basically do whatever he likes. This is going to be interesting. Let's advance to the end of the season and see what happens. So the season's concluded. 26-year-old Messi alone managed 93 goals and assists in just 31 games. He's literally averaging 3 goals and assists per match. In fact, 3 of the top 4 goal scorers in the entire division went by the name Messi. Let's have a look at some of their best moments from the season. This goal came in an 8-0 victory at home against Reading. No keeper in the world's going to stop that free kick. Not content with just scoring an amazing free kick, this goal here was pretty memorable too. He picks the ball up, running through on goal, and an amazing finish into the top corner. Histon had a game to forget as they lost 11-1 at home against Fisher. Here Messi picks up the ball, capitalising on a defensive error, and another top quality finish. Outside of the sheer goal scoring, World Cup winning Messi was probably the most involved of the three. He had a decent 22% shot conversion rate, and he completed 79% of his total 1,185 passes over the course of the season. But how did Fisher Athletic perform as a team? So in reality, they finished the season in a respectable 10th position. Kind of in no man's land, safe from relegation, but nowhere near a playoff place. With their new trio though, unsurprisingly they finished as champions, losing just 1 match out of 42. During the course of the entire season they averaged over 4 goals a game, finishing with 178 in total. Evidently they proved a little bit too much for this level of competition. So shall we find out what they can do in the Premier League? And in a rather strange turn of fate, it looks like they've just arrived here at Middlesbrough. It's the exact same versions, and they're ready to strut their stuff in the North East. The squad they're in definitely has more quality, and some familiar names. Hopefully with Mendieta in the midfield he can play a Xavi-esque role and get the ball out to one of the 3 Messis as quickly as possible. Rather worryingly, the 2 starting centre-backs, Robert Huth and Jonathan Woodgate, are injured for the first few months of the season. I think we're going to need to score a lot of goals to win these games. Once again, let's advance to the end of the season and find out what happens. Once again, the 26-year-old Messi has proved to be a thorn in the side of defenders. In the league alone, he managed 41 goals and assists. This was actually enough for him to win the Premier League Golden Boot, a pretty impressive feat considering he's not one of the biggest sides. Let's have a look at some of the best moments which they produced. Messi's always loved a goal against Arsenal. Unfortunately, this time it came in a 4-3 defeat. Pretty nice finish there though. This goal came in a 5-1 victory at home against Everton. All 3 of the Messis interchanged there nicely, and another great shot. Kinda going full circle here from a highlight perspective. Another absolutely amazing free kick there by 35-year-old Messi. Unstoppable. Statistically, once again he was the best of the 3. 35-year-old Messi was actually outperformed by his 19-year-old counterpart this time though, who managed 19 goals and assists in the league to his 15. But how did Middlesbrough perform in the division? Similarly to Fisher, Borough finished that season in mid-table, safe from relegation, but not really that close to challenging for Europe. With the 3 Messis though, they've improved their total by 16 points and 23 goals. This was enough to move them up to 7th place, just missing out on the Champions League place by 3 points. Definitely interesting to see the impact 3 versions of the same genius player can have on a team. I'm sure there's been times during his career Messi wishes he could have passed the ball to himself, and from what we've seen here, that might have yielded even better results. As we go forward, who knows what the next version of Messi will produce, but at this point it's almost impossible to bet against him. Thank you for watching this video.